Hey, what's going on, everybody? Dom here from the Metal Hour. Just letting you know that this episode is probably going to be a little different. We just got a brand new camera to produce a little bit better quality for you guys. And some technical difficulties happened, but we are working out those kinks. As you can see, we got one working right now. But we got this new one right after we filmed that one. So I hope you guys enjoy some old school style Metal Hour. I think you guys are going to really like it. Thank you so much for your support and enjoy the episode. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Metal Hour episode. Hey, Patrick, you know what's funnier than 24?
What?
Episode 25. Yes, we are back. Episode 25. We can legally rent a car, I think.
And a hotel room.
No, you can rent a hotel room at 21.
Not in some states.
Not in some states. I learned the hard way. I cannot tell you how many times I had to sweet talk myself into a hotel room because I booked it at 18, and they're like, "Oh, sorry." I'm like, "I freaking paid already. I got everything. Like, just let me have my room, please."
Just give it to me. Shows ID. Sorry. Is your parent here?
I'm like,
motherfucker.
Like, what do you mean? No. Like, I'm here on vacation, man. Let me get my room. And
I'm here with all these fine ass people, and you're gonna prevent me from sleeping in my bed.
A majority of them, I had to like pay $100 deposit. That was refunded at the end.
You had to pay the people $100 deposit?
Yeah, like a security deposit. Like, if you break anything, we get to keep this $100.
So they kept that shit, didn't they?
No, actually, they didn't. Luckily, we made sure we're like, hey, we're leaving. Let's get our $100, and they gave it to us. So they were good.
Okay.
But
busted out in the room though.
I have a funny story actually about messing up a room one time by accident.
Did you? How did you mess up a room by accident?
Okay, here's what happened. So a buddy of mine and I were going to Gainesville to catch the
love Gainesville,
to catch a Gator game, which we're big Gator fans. Shout out to any Gator fans out there. So we get this hotel and we get settled in, then we go directly to the game. And my buddy, he brought some beers with him.
Yeah.
And so he's like, "Well, let me put these in the fridge, so they're cold by when I get back, you know." And so he puts them up in the freezer section of the fridge. And so,
oh no, I see.
Because he wanted to cool them quick.
Yep.
And so we go on about our day. We go get some food after the game. We go do whatever.
I bet y'all forgot.
And we get back in the room and we clock out. We're tired. And so we wake up and we're just cleaning all our stuff up. And we open up the fridge and like there's 3 bottles. 2 of them exploded. Like, I'm talking everywhere. Like exploded. Glass everywhere.
Oh man.
Beer was dripping down like freaking stalagmites or stalactites. Excuse me.
Oh, that's funny.
And we were just
beer
like,
sickles.
And we were just like, we looked left, we looked right. We're like, go. Let's get out now. And the second we opened the door, the freaking maid was right there. And she's like, "How are you guys doing?" We're like, "Oh, we're great. We're good. Yeah, thanks." And the second we left, she walked right into our room. And so we bolted out.
Run.
Luckily, we didn't see any charge or anything, so we're good. We're good on that.
I mean, as long as it was just the freezer, right?
It was just, yeah, everything else was fine. It was just the freezer. The fridge itself was just exploded. And so, that's my story of that. Speaking of stories, Zach, what's been going on with you, man? What's been new?
Well, you know, a lot of things. Ups and downs, work a lot. Other than that, I got hit by a fucking car.
You got hit by a car?
Yes, and matter of fact, more like I hit the car. So, funny story. I was on my handy dandy longboard and I was bombing this fine ass hill. Right. I mean, this hill had all the right curves and all the right slopes and all the right places. Okay?
Yep.
I was able to just shimmy on down there, catching a lot of wicked speed. And then a car pulled out in front of me. And instead of swerving, I said, I literally could have missed this car.
Right.
I'm not even kidding. I could have went around the car. I could have done everything. But for some reason, when he pulled out in front of me, it made me mad. Because I could have sworn this guy looked in his rear view mirror and made eye contact with me as I'm going down this hill.
Like, he purposely, like, I'm gonna freaking hit this guy.
Like, almost that, but it's like he's just like, you know what? I bet you won't.
Right.
And stops. He pulls out in front of me and stops. Of course, there's a stop sign.
Yeah.
But who listens to stop signs? And I was like, fuck it. Boom, right in his ass head. Just went, boom.
So you made him think that he hits you. You're just like, oh!
I got out of the car. I didn't get he got out of the car, and I'm over there, and I'm like, bro, why did you just pull out in front of me like that? How could you just hit me? He's like, you hit me? I'm like, no, sir. You see that dent? That's you. You hit me. Argued with him for at least 2 hours. I think I almost convinced him, too.
Jeez. That's... I don't even know what... You weren't even trying to get insurance or anything else. You're just like, freaking screw it. I need something to do today. Bam!
Boom!
So...
Full body-sized dent. It almost looked like something out of a cartoon. It was great.
Oh, jeez. That's funny, man. I like that. But...
I was wearing my helmet.
Always remember, if you're going to purposely ram yourself into cars, wear a helmet, kids.
Always.
The more you know. Safety 101.
Safety.
Yes. But we are here today not to talk about cars, not to talk about
Safety.
blowing up fridges, even though that's pretty cool.
We could use C4 next time.
Yep.
Keep it in the building.
Exactly.
Know?
Just,
Little Unabomber shit.
but
Someone told me I look like the Unabomber.
yeah, I can see it.
You can see that?
Yeah.
Do I look like the Unabomber, guys? Hold on. Ready?
I'm ready for it.
Unabomber status.
There you go.
Do. You know, I used to think this was bad to walk in a bank like this. Now I can walk in the bank like this anywhere.
Yeah, you're just like,
Maybe I
hey,
should just start carrying a gun.
full disclosure. Strictly just jokes.
In banks. Hide my face.
Oh man.
But
I am excited today, man, because a lot has happened since our last episode. A lot, especially within
the world.
The world, not so much the music community, but our community. With us.
Yeah.
We have a lot of new followers.
It's been really cool.
And I've shouted every single one of them out on our page, so thank you to everyone who's followed recently, and to our old followers, of course.
We love you guys. You guys are the support.
Every single bit of it counts. And we got probably one of our biggest followers, which
Biggest? Yes.
Yeah, probably
Yes.
the biggest. And I feel bad because, and I'm sorry, but I did not know who this guy was. Especially how big his following is. I did not realize
600K?
almost 700K followers.
Yeah.
Which for like a metal, like kind of like they're almost kind of like a punk metal-esque
Pretty
band.
badass.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking badass.
really, really good. Especially if you're not like super high up known, you know?
Yeah.
And so the band's name or the group or the guy, I'm still trying to figure out if it's a solo act with the band behind or just a solo act or a whole band.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Have we decided to, like, try to YouTube them?
Yeah. We have. I'm still trying to figure it out.
And we got nowhere. So, hey, guy. Help us out. What the fuck are you? We don't know.
But I was talking, actually we started talking to them a little bit, and I don't think I gave out their name. The band's name is Dylan and Alice. Dylan.
What if it's a two-person band? What if it's a Dylan and an Alice?
It might be, man. I never know. But I really like the look of this group.
Or what if it's a Dylan Alice?
Dialysis.
Dialysis.
You're gonna get your kidneys. Just you're at his concert. They just hook you up to a machine. Just all right. Whoa.
You'll just sit there and you're just like, fuck.
All right. No, you just get you're on a dialysis machine. It's just a guy, just an acoustic guitar. Hey, my name's Dylan. So you can't go anywhere. So you're gonna listen to this. And we're like,
best concert ever.
No, get me off this thing.
Oh, that's great.
But Dylan and Alice is their name. Almost 700K followers.
It's pretty cool.
And really, really neat dude. I've talked to him a little bit, and you could possibly be seeing something with
In the works.
Dylan and Alice and Metal Hour pretty soon.
Dialysis.
Dialysis. And my thing is, I really like their look too,
They have a
because
nice look.
it's the front man and then like the two guitar players, I believe, have like this really, really cool kind of like skull
Thing on their face.
bunny ear skull type of deal. And to be honest, I'm kind of about it because I think it's like really badass looking. And it's kind of got like an old school
Alice Madness.
It's got like an old school Trivium. World Goes Cold. The skull that they have.
You say that, yeah.
You know the skull that they have in the Trivium.
Yeah.
Yeah. I freaking love that.
I didn't put that together. Holy shit.
When I first saw that, I thought it was Trivium. I was like, oh god, Matthew Heafy. So, but no, we're not there.
We're not that.
Yeah. So,
One day.
hey Matt, if you want to hook us up,
One day.
we got it.
We'll see you, Matt.
But
one day.
Since we're talking
I'll
about
see you while you sleep.
since we're talking about Dylan Allison, I guess you can say a new blood, in a sense.
Yeah.
I got a couple I want to throw out real quick, just at the beginning. Screw
Fucking
it.
new bloods.
Screw it. Why not?
Let's do it.
Let's not save it for the end. I'm going straight in.
Straight in for the heat, baby.
So
straight in for the heat.
I heard this band recently, and they are so much freaking fun and just outrageous and freaking ridiculous, and I absolutely love it. The band's name is Avoid. And
Avoid what?
Just avoid.
What are we avoiding?
Just avoid it.
Just avoid it all?
Just avoid.
Avoid.
And
Avoiding my heart.
maybe not you're like avoiding, but maybe like, hey, there's a void over there. And just
Or you could fall. Or you could just fall in the void.
fall into a void.
To avoid all the void that you feel.
To void your void and voidings.
And voidingness of all voids.
Exactly.
Void.
But Avoid, and the song is Finish Line 2 Electric Boogaloo. And I freaking love that. It's in your face. It's just a lot of fun.
The Electric Boogaloo.
You feel good while listening to it. You're like, yeah, I like that. I'm about it. I enjoy that.
Yes. I
And,
enjoy it nicely.
the next one is a band.
Like pigs in a blanket.
You're gonna say I love Pigs in a Blanket.
I do too.
But the next band I found, why I haven't heard of these guys, I feel ashamed, because the band's name is Worm Shepherd, and they have how you would describe kind of like a death. I would say like a deathcore mixed with a black metal sense. Basically, I don't want to say Lorna Shore, but if they opened up for Lorna Shore, you'd be like, oh yeah,
This makes sense.
Yeah,
This makes sense.
But the song is called Accursed, and it is phenomenal.
At least it's not a blessing.
This guy's vocals are insane. They are inhuman. They're gurgly. They're disgusting, and I love it.
All right.
Well,
I got a question for you on this.
What you got a question?
All right. You say they are gurgly, inhuman, and insane.
Yes.
Are we talking about gurgly, inhuman, as in like Austin Dickey? Or are we talking about more like the Raptor Man, the Witch Man, the King himself?
The Goblin King.
The Goblin King.
Dickie Allen.
Yes, sir.
I would say more close to Dickie Allen than Austin Dickey. Basically, take C.J. McCreery and clone him.
Okay.
Like, when that whole stuff about C.J. McCreery was going down, this guy could have replaced him.
I see.
And you probably would have never told a difference.
Really?
Because they're just spot on with each other.
So you would say he's a C.J. McCreery clone?
Absolutely.
Sorry, C.J. McCreery. You are cut off.
No, really, I actually really like you. Please follow us.
Yes.
But the next one.
My question is, did you really piss on those girls?
That's his business.
The world may never know.
I mean, man, the world may never know. But the next one is not so much a new blood in a sense, because I've talked about them before. But basically, they just had a brand new song come out probably a couple weeks ago.
New song drop.
It is Grave Walker. And I am so excited because the song name is Draconin.
Draconin.
Draconian.
Draconin.
But all I know is I told him it shouldn't be this heavy. Like there's no reason for this to be heavy, and they liked it. So I was like, hell yeah.
I did see that.
Hell yeah. I was like, hell yeah. Nut.
Hell yeah, brother.
And then one I did not write down. Can I talk about a band I have not given a chance? Well, I've given them a chance. I just haven't appreciated them.
Ice Nine Kills?
No, screw them.
Damn,
I have not given them the time of the day I feel like I should have. But freaking Brand of Sacrifice, I've been really getting into recently.
Now?
No,
all times?
I have not duality.
Okay, Slipknot.
Not duality.
I push my fingers into my eyes.
Duplicity. No, that's Cryosis. It starts with a D. But
Dimsumya.
But they came out with like they're releasing an entire album, and a brand new album. They come out with 3 songs off that album. I think one is King Demon.
Yes, I've heard King Demon.
Life's Blood, which came out recently.
I haven't heard that one.
That is one of their newest ones, and just one that dropped. I want to say today, a couple of hours ago. Is,
shit! Really?
Animal, which I have not heard yet. I have not heard Animal yet.
If y'all haven't heard it, go check
listen
it
to
out.
it now.
Yes.
Tell them Metal Hour
Pause
sent
this. Go check it.
Come back to us.
And let them know the Metal Hour sent you.
Let Metal Hour sent you. But the Life's Blood came out, and I really like it because it opens up with probably one of my favorite. I don't want to call it a trope, but one of my favorite things in deathcore is the choir. You know, like they have the choir in the background, and just the like just in your face.
It's almost angelic with a demonic presence.
It like contradicts itself.
The yin and yang.
Exactly. And
the heaviness with the beauty.
They come out in like their freaking breakdown just goes into that, just the freaking piano with the choir, man. And then the lead singer just comes out and just, and I'm like, oh, you know,
nuts himself.
It hits so freaking hard, and I even reposted that too. Of like, it should be illegal to have a breakdown hit this hard.
Saw that.
And they liked it, and I'm like, thank you, Brand of Sacrifice. Please follow us. But
too bad they won't.
Yeah, you never know.
Not yet.
No, you never know. I mean, they could.
Hey, maybe if we keep adding them at stuff, they'll just get sick and tired.
They're like, oh,
geez, fine,
here, go.
And they follow.
Leave me alone, you know. Just.
And then we can ask them for an interview, and then keep asking them to the cave, and then
we can ask them for a feature.
And then just into the cave, and
then we can ask them to marry us.
Into the cave, and then think about the tax write-off.
Oh God!
Yes,
we just started. This is our 12-year plan.
Oh, I'm about at 12 steps, 12 years. Let's do it.
But that's probably it right now for the entire New Bloods and everything like that. I'm so freaking happy. So Brand of Sacrifice. I'm gonna listen to Animal as soon as we get off here because I'm excited. The music video of it looks brutal. It looks really, really good. And speaking of new stuff coming out, there's just been confirmed by the demon himself, Mr. Alex Terrible. He confirmed that they are currently in the process of recording the music video for Baba Yaga.
Yep.
Which he's been hyping this thing up for, we would say, almost a year now.
Yeah.
And I believe like a couple months ago, he released a snippet, like 2 seconds of like a pre-vocal breakdown.
I know.
And I don't know how he can top Demolisher, but he might do it. He might do it. And
I don't know. I'm excited for the album that's going to be coming from them.
I am too. And also we got confirmation that Whitechapel is almost finished with their next album. And
yes,
Phil Bozeman, he did a little Q&A on his Instagram, and somebody asked him, well, what's this album going to be about? And he says it is an extension of The Valley. He is not done with his stories. He's not done talking. He's not done saying what he needs to say. So I think that he posted a photo of their entire board, and there's probably like 12 songs on this thing.
Damn. Okay.
And I am not ready for it.
You're not?
My body is not ready because I know I'm going to freaking just
perform it live.
And something pretty neat. They haven't confirmed this, but I wish they would, because since Ben Harklerode left the band, which is one of my all-time favorite drummers. And speaking of drummers, we'll talk about that later.
Drummers, drum on my ass, daddy.
They have been borrowing.
Call me a slut.
they have been borrowing drummers from different bands.
Yeah, I know.
And now they got, I want to say, like this freelance guy named Alex Rudinger.
I thought his name was Freelance.
His name is last name Lance.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Alex Rudinger, I believe is his name. But he's kind of like, I don't want to call him a YouTube drummer because I don't want to make that sound degrading.
He's a YouTube drummer.
But he's a YouTube drummer. But he started doing some tracks with them, and he's doing this entire album with them.
Oh,
and
shit.
I wish, because I've heard his stuff, I've seen him, dude is clean as hell. And I really wish that they would confirm him as the new drummer. Because dude is good. Very, very good. So,
I mean, maybe they don't want to confirm it yet. Maybe they're waiting for tours to come back.
it's possible. It's possible that they're waiting on it. Yeah. So, maybe.
Because they don't want to announce him. Because if they just need him for the album, right? They don't need him for tours because there's no tours happening.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
If tours were happening,
but I mean, if tours were happening, they would probably put him on
100%,
because he's the guy who's making these drum tracks.
Yes,
so I don't see why
songs.
You wouldn't. Hey, the original guy making this knows exactly what he's doing, so let's freaking put him on here.
Exactly.
Put him on the circuit.
See, yep.
So, but
speaking of drummers,
something really pissed me off the other day.
What pissed you off, Dom?
I will tell you what pissed me off. Okay,
you tell me.
I cannot find this list for the life of me. But I was sent this like top 10. I don't know if it was a music magazine or a music something posted a top 10 drummers list. I think of the decade.
Really?
Yes. And not
when you say the decade, are we referring to the whole 10 years from 2010 to 2021?
10 to 20. 10 to 20 of the decade.
Oh shit.
And
oh shit.
Not a single one, except for one drummer on there.
Road?
No. John, I don't even think John Bonham was on this list.
What?
Not even John Bonham. Only one drummer on this list I agreed with, and it was Roger Taylor, and that's the drummer for Queen.
Yeah.
Freaking love Roger Taylor. But
this decade,
10 to 20. 10 to 20 this decade.
Okay.
And you know what? One of the drummers they had, I can't even freaking remember his name, but the dude from 5 Seconds of Summer. They had him on best drummer this decade.
Yeah. What?
Decade. He was in the top 10.
Fuck
he could not hold a candle.
Fuck that.
Candle to any of the drummers out there now.
No.
Put him against Mike Portnoy. Put him against freaking Joey Jordison. Put him against Mike Wingren.
Yeah.
Put him against, anybody.
Yo, the dude from the drummer for Disturbed.
Mike Wingren.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Whoops.
Dumbass.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Put him against Danny Carey. Put him against Danny Carey. Put him against Tim Alexander. He will crumble. He's not horrible. I will give him credit. Because I've heard some of their songs. Don't get me wrong. He does catchy beats. He does catchy for pop songs.
Yes. And I mean, he does have some precision. Okay. And he has good rhythm, But the thing is you also got to keep in mind, like, double kicks. You got the blast timing, beats.
Kicks. And it's not even just about blast beats either.
It's about
precision. It's about method. It's about going against time signatures. It's about basically taking drumming and morphing it into something insane.
Making it your own.
Make somebody want to be like you.
Yeah.
And he's not doing that. The only, I guess you could say, pop drummer, I don't know if he might more rock, that I think would even be able to be on this list would be Travis Barker from Blink-182.
Yes. And honestly, I kind of feel like he probably should be on that list, not gonna lie.
He
would be on my list.
For Blink-182, he was meh. But I've heard some of his I've heard his solo stuff, and when he's played with some other people,
yeah, he's good.
Dude's solid.
He's good. Like, he's
freaking
a good
solid.
drummer.
He's a phenomenal drummer.
Like, have you heard any of his stuff with like Machine Gun Kelly and like Youngblood?
I have not. No.
Okay, so Travis Barker has been doing stuff with like Machine Gun Kelly and this like new emo kid named Youngblood that likes to dress like a girl. I don't know. He's interesting.
But, hey, it's your thing. I don't
Your
care.
thing. But sings really good.
Okay.
He even did a song with Bring Me the Horizon.
Okay.
It was so he's in the scene 100%. He's just
Yeah.
interesting. But like all the stuff, the recent stuff that I've heard from Travis Barker, good.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I like
Dude,
it.
dude is pretty good. I enjoy.
He's got some good solos.
Dude's got really good solos. I'll give him credit. But this list inspired me to make my own
Can I hear
top
your
10
list?
drummers list.
I need to hear this
Because
think the
I
world
feel
needs to
like
hear
this one's probably a little bit more true. And it's what people think. It's not all metal drummers.
It
is
doesn't
not.
need to be drummers. This
It
is
is
the
not
top 10
all.
drummers of the decade,
It is not all metal drummers.
as rightfully it should.
But
Go from 10, the bottom to the top.
this isn't of the decade for me.
No.
This is top 10 drummers of all time for me.
Okay.
Of all time. Because
is-
that decade list
Fuck that.
would not even hold a candle to any one of these guys.
I want to hear it.
Any one of these guys. So,
sorry.
we're starting out. Number 10. Like I said, I feel like he should be on this list. Roger Taylor.
Yes.
Dude is iconic. Queen was a phenomenal band. I feel like they paved the way for what music is to this day, from rock to metal to pop to you name it.
Yeah.
They were in it. They were inspirations for a lot of bands.
They inspired a lot of genres and a lot of influential artists.
And they went out of the box. They tried so many different things.
Oh yeah, even dudes.
That too. Well, one guy did.
One guy did. Look where
okay.
that brought him. An early grave.
So,
Anyways,
all right. So number 10, Roger Taylor. Number 9, I mentioned him earlier, is Mike Wingren from Disturbed and
Yes.
Adrenaline Mob.
oh my
Because
god,
not
Facade. Can we talk about Facade?
only can we talk about the entire Indestructible album? Can we talk about Indestructible?
Yes.
Just that whole drum opening for Indestructible is beautiful. The freaking Facade is beautiful.
Facade.
Serpentine. It's an easy drum.
Deceiver.
It's an easy drum. Dang it! It's an easy drum beat, but it's so crisp. It's so clean. It's just literally drum beats. Just that, but how clean he is with his feet the entire time. And he created one of the most famous drum openings of all time with Down with the Sickness.
Yes, sir.
That is iconic. Even non-metalheads know what that is.
Everyone knows that song. Everyone knows that song.
Not only him, but Roger Taylor as well created one of the most iconic drum beats of all time.
Yeah.
We Will Rock You. Just
Doom, 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 doom. Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise
Iconic.
playing in the streets, gonna be a big man someday. Got mud on your face. All right, copyright reasons.
But one of the most iconic, which actually I learned is not it's not a 3/4 beat. It's not 1 2 3, 1 2 3. It is a 4/4 beat that he's separating. It's 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Little fun fact for you.
Oh shit.
It's a 4/4 beat. It's not a 3/4 beat.
Oh.
Yeah. How you feel about that?
That's you learn something new every day.
You do actually.
If you don't, then what are you doing with your life?
Number 8. People are probably gonna be surprised that he's not higher up on this list and how much I talk about him. But my boy Ben Harkleroad. Number 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
Out of 10.
Out of 10. He is number 8 out of 10. And if he was listening right now, which can you please listen? I would love that.
Even though you're number 8 on his list.
He would respect who's above him.
Do you think so?
I think so, because I feel like he'd respect who's above him.
Okay.
But Ben Harkleroad of Whitechapel, I don't have to go anymore on that one.
Yeah, we've talked
Enough about Whitechapel.
If you don't know, just watch our recent episodes.
Watch every episode ever.
Every episode. I don't think there's an episode where we don't mention them at least once.
Right. Number 7, the icon himself, Mr. Bill Ward of Black Sabbath.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bill Ward of Black Sabbath, dude. Because that whole band was full of just monsters. Ozzy Osbourne,
great artist.
Tommy Iommi is guitar.
Iommi himself.
And then Bill Ward, just their whole correlation together.
And even after Ozzy left.
With Dio.
Yeah.
The whole correlation is phenomenal. It's iconic. It's crisp. It's clean. And it just gets you schmoovin'.
Question.
Answer.
What is Dio's first name?
Ronnie.
What's his middle name?
James.
What's his last name?
Dio.
Yes, sir.
Ronnie James Dio, dude. How do you not know that?
Hey, I was asking you.
Who would win a fight, God or Lemmy?
Lemmy. God.
Trick question. Lemmy is God. He's a cop. Get him out of here.
Oh, damn.
Point. Heads up if you guys know what that's from. That's from a movie. I freaking love that movie. Number 6. Mr. Mike Portnoy himself. Do you disagree? You can disagree. It's okay.
I mean, I don't disagree, but I wouldn't put him at 6.
You probably put him a little lower.
I would switch Ben at least with him. Maybe. At least with him.
Okay.
No, I don't mean to say it like that, but like.
No, I get you. I guess Mike Portnoy is one of those guys, though very, very respected, you just hear him in every single conversation. He's like, oh yeah, greatest drummer. Oh yeah, Mike Portnoy. Mike Portnoy. It's like saying, oh, greatest drummer of all time. Oh, freaking, shit. What's his name from Rush? I completely forgot his name. I'm kicking myself because I'm supposed to be a drummer.
Oh, no, who you're talking about.
I am seriously pissed off at myself because I completely forgot his name. And he just recently passed away, too. Well, not recently, a couple years ago.
No, like last year or a year before last, 2019?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, the dude from Rush.
Freaking Neil Peart. Why am I such a piece of trash? How do I not remember Neil Peart?
Didn't we just talk about Neil Peart?
A while ago, maybe.
Like a second ago.
But anyway, I guess you can say Mike Portnoy is one of those drummers that like is kind of like in the. Oh yeah, he's always on there, you know.
He's always good.
Yeah. So.
But I mean, what about the drummer for Michael Jackson?
What?
Hey,
no.
Hold up. Hear me out. Give
me 1 second, because I feel like this thing freaking turned off. I hope it didn't. It freaking did, that bastard. Did it record anything?
Oh no. I'm gonna cry. What made you think it turned off?
Because this thing closed. Does it really only record that much? That pisses me off. If this is an audio one, I'll be okay with that. I prefer it not to be, though.
Yeah, I feel that.
But we got
At least
audio.
it's something.
We got audio, though, so that's fine.
And we could always splotch up some fucking video shit.
But, sorry about it. Anyway.
No, it's not your fault.
Even if it comes together, I'll just go back into it.
Before we clap and back into it, let me hear this one.
Oh, we don't even need to clap. I'm just recording. Okay.
I'm sorry. I wanted to clap. I like giving people a clap.
Anyway, so Michael Jackson.
Yeah, well, okay, so hear me out. So he's he's the drummer for, Michael Jackson. I don't know his name. I couldn't tell you the name. I don't know drummers like that.
I don't know if I don't even know his name. I don't know if I'd agree, but hey, okay, you do.
Thriller. That's Thriller.
I think it was all synthesizers.
Exactly.
That makes no sense.
Synthesizers are the new drums.
What?
Yes. And xylophones are the new pianos.
Anyway, number 5.
Harmonicas are the new flutes.
Number 5.
Yes, sir.
Joey Jordison.
Yes.
Absolutely, hands down.
He could be number 1. In my book.
Could, but I do got some better. Okay. But Joey Jordison, the whole entire freaking psychosocial song, that is my headbang
Heretic
song. Heretic album.
Iowa.
The Iowa album. Just everything. He is iconic. And doing that while
wearing a mask.
While your vision is pretty much obscured. Yeah. It's insane.
And you also keep in mind that on live performances, they do some crazy shit where sometimes the drum stages are on fucking gyroscope turntables.
He played
while pyrotechnics are going on.
He's played upside down. He's played
with broken ankles.
He did play with broken. No, that was Sid Wilson. Sid played broke his ankles. Right. Broke his ankles, jumping from the top of the stage onto his set. And there's actually a video of him. Like, you can see he jumps and he's like, and he's like laying down a little bit on his set, and he's just like, ooh, and then he's trying to get up, and he's just leaning on his turntables the entire time.
Yep.
And you're like, geez, Sid, why you gotta do that to yourself?
Broke both of his ankles. For some reason, I thought it was Joey.
It was not. Number 4, Nico McBrain from Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
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 Dude's fun. I've seen the dude live, especially at his age.
I hate the fact that you've seen Iron Man live and I haven't.
I
would kill for that.
I've seen them live.
I was supposed to see Megadeth with Ozzy.
I was too.
I know. But you know what happened? They fucking canceled it.
Not just Megadeth with Ozzy. Megadeth with Ozzy with Zakk Wylde playing guitar for Ozzy. I know. But
I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna face the fact, man. I don't think we're gonna ever get to see Ozzy.
No, he's done. He's done for. It's over.
Sorry, guys. We didn't mean to take this on a downturn, but the realization is sinking in. I know it's been about 2 years since we bought those tickets, but still, okay.
It was supposed to happen in 2019. Then they moved to 2020, and then 2020 happened, and then.
Fucking 2020.
But I've seen Nico McBrain live. I've heard him from the beginning all the way to now, and the dude is consistent. He is great, and at his age to still be doing what he's doing and to be spot on with it, it's phenomenal. Number 3, Mr. John Bonham himself.
That sounds
number 3, the drummer for Led Zeppelin.
Okay, yeah.
How do you not know John Bonham?
Hey, like I said, drummer names are kind of to me. All right. I know vocalists.
That's fair.
All right, I know vocalists.
And who's the vocalist for Led Zeppelin?
Fucking. I don't know. I don't like Led Zeppelin all that much. I mean, I like them, but they're not. It's not my thing. Don't hate me, Dom. We all have different tastes.
I know, but your tastes are wrong.
I didn't say they were bad. I just said I don't listen to them all that much. Like, I prefer Motley Crue over Led Zeppelin.
The urge to hit you right now is very. I'm about to take both those Reds bottles and just bust you upside down.
I prefer Alice Cooper over both.
I'm a little less offended by that. Just because you prefer Alice Cooper over Motley Crue, that's fine.
Okay. I'm glad we're okay.
Number 2, Danny Carey of Tool. Freaking
I appreciate this.
Parable.
Yes.
Numa.
Yeah.
42 and 6. Numa, I believe, is a song that made me
14 minutes or something.
It's almost 17 minutes long.
Yeah.
And that entire song,
he's an animal.
His drum beats mixed with just everything
makes the song. If it wasn't for those drums, I don't usually say it's
Listened
entire
to
band.
That song with Tyler's dad on his wedding.
That song is phenomenal.
Good.
If you guys, since you paused it, listen to Lifeblood, pause this right now and go listen to Numa.
You can take 17 minutes out of your time if you're gonna take an hour out of your time to watch
it.
us. Do it now.
Do it, please.
Let them know.
Metal Hour sent you.
Yeah. And tell Mannard to come kick it with the boys.
What's up? And number 1, my man, Mr. Tim Herb Alexander of Primus. Here's what puts Tim above Danny, okay? Because of this one thing.
What?
They're both technical. They're both gods. They're both, masters in off-time signatures, 6/8, 3/4, anything like that. But Tim Alexander did this one thing on this one song that blew my mind.
What song?
The song "My Name Is Mud." There's a breakdown.
It's a good song.
There's a breakdown of it that goes.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. That shit was groovy.
So a lot of people think it's double bass. It is not. He is doing a single bass with a floor tom. So he's literally going.
What?
He's making a double bass sound with a floor tom and a bass.
Wouldn't it just be easier with a double bass though?
Yeah, it would be easier, but why? It's not as cool.
Okay, you got a point.
So just do. Just precision and just the it's amazing. That's what set him apart from everybody else for me. That's what makes him my all-time favorite drummer. Tim Alexander of Primus.
Okay. I can't argue with that. I mean, you explain that. Makes sense. I would have never known that.
Yeah.
I don't play drums. But you explaining that makes the fact that he should be number 1. If you disagree, suck a dick.
If you disagree, tell me why you disagree.
Yeah. Well, don't... Sorry, you don't have to suck a dick.
I mean, if you want to.
If you want to, that's up to you.
I mean, that's your opinion. It's 2021. I don't give a crap what you do. I mean, you hurt my feelings. Okay.
I mean, you could always record it and make a profit off it, too.
You could. Mail out our OnlyFans.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, fans want it. The fans want it, Dom.
It's going to happen.
The fans want the OnlyFans.
It's going to happen.
The OnlyFans with the fans?
With the fans.
With the fans and the
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
We're gonna start a contest so you can come be one of our OnlyFans.
Come be one of our OnlyFans on our OnlyFans with the OnlyFan.
Speaking of fans,
Yeah.
we actually recently, not too actually I would say not I wouldn't want to say not too long ago, but a while ago I did a Q&A.
It was
on
Instagram.
Instagram.
Like 2 weeks ago.
It was a minute ago. I did a Q&A on Instagram. I had people ask me questions that we could ask on the podcast itself.
Oh.
Just kind of interact with everybody. And so
Hello, fans.
answer some of the things that they are probably curious about.
Oh, no.
So we got a few if you're ready for them.
I don't know, Dom.
Are you ready for them?
Yeah, I'm ready for him. I'm scared. This is our first ever Q&A with fans.
All right. So shout out to our boy midget_menace.
Hello, midget_menace.
He asked, best metal concert you attended. I think, okay, you can disagree with me, but I think collectively, you and me, the best metal concert, at least in my opinion, was the Solar Prevail, Oceano, Chelsea's Grin, and Whitechapel at the Abbey in Orlando. Because
that was good.
That was it. Not only was it good, a good band, a freaking good crowd too.
Oh yeah,
so energetic, so
great
much
wall
fun.
of death. One of the most fun wall.
Remember
deaths I've ever been in.
that 40-year-old guy who
Yes.
knocked you in the head with he literally just headbutted you in the pit.
Oh shit!
You have a video with him. He's like, "Woo! This is the guy who headbutted me in the pit." He's like, "Yeah, man, we're brothers, dude." He's like,
"We're brothers now." Yeah, that was weird. I still have that video. Shout out to the dude that fucking hit me in the back of the head.
That dude, he was when we first got there, he was already just
Drunk.
like 3 sheets to the wind, dude.
Yeah.
He was. Every
He
time
was
someone came up, he was like,
tossed
"Woo!"
in the wind.
And I thought this guy was gonna be an issue. I'm like, oh geez, here we go, loud
You-
dude.
drunk
Dude was
guys,
the
man.
coolest guy in the freaking world.
He was.
So chill, a lot of fun, just very energetic, just having fun, being out, enjoying life.
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What about by yourself? Like, if I, like, out of all the shows that you've ever gone to,
Does it have to be a metal show?
what was the question?
Best metal concert.
Then, yes.
Then it would definitely be the one I pointed out.
Okay.
The Slaughter Prevail, Oceano, Chelsea's Grand Whitechapel concert. Because that one was so much fun, so energetic, and
That one was super good.
it was amazing.
I hate to say it. I think my
You can disagree. It's fine.
No. I just for me personally, as a collective, for me and you going together to a show, that was the one I will say by far is my favorite for us attending together.
Yeah.
Now me going to a metal show in general, I'm torn because one of my favorite shows that I've gone to was Spite and Attila. Spite,
Really?
Yeah, it was a Spite and Attila show, and that shit was fucking brutal. It was Spite, Attila, Body Snatcher.
Ooh, Body Snatcher.
Spite, Attila, Body Snatcher, and some other Traders. I think it was Traders.
I love Traders, dude.
Yeah, I think it was Traders, and then there was a local band that opened up. And the local band was pretty good. But that show was really good. But also, I'm torn between my actual first ever show I went to in general.
What was your first ever show?
And keep in mind, this was back in like 2014.
Was it a Warped Tour show?
No, it was over at 662 before it closed down in St. Pete.
I remember you telling me about that place. The freaking shoebox.
Yeah.
It was like that freaking big.
I love the 662. It was so good. But it was Bless the Fall,
Wow.
Silverstein,
Wow.
Hardest,
That's
Secrets, and Amity Affliction.
That's taking it back.
Back when Open Letters first dropped. Open Letters dropped. This was the year that Open Letters dropped. Hollow Bodies dropped. Silverstein was just about to release their album, in the works of releasing their album right after the album that had My Heroine on it. Because My Heroine came out in like 2008.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there, and then they haven't came out with any music, and then they played a new song, which was the single that they dropped for the new album that they were writing at that time. Oh man, that's what really catapulted me into. I mean, I was already into the music.
Yeah.
But that's what catapulted me into like the shows, because that was the most fun
Yeah.
ever for metal. That is. I mean, I've gone to a lot of fun shows.
I mean, I've definitely gone to non-metal shows that I've had a phenomenal time with.
Which one?
I've
curious.
seen Michael McDonald and Boz Scaggs live.
That sounds cool.
It was a really cool concert. I've seen Aaron Lewis twice, which that is a
Aaron Lewis. That man's metal.
well, yeah,
man's metal.
Well, yeah, but this wasn't a metal concert.
But that man's metal. It doesn't need to be metal.
He did his
That man's
country,
metal.
but he also did Stain songs too.
That's metal.
And he actually fried in some of them. He did some fry scream. Dude's got it for fry
Sorry,
scream.
my ass is going to sleep. Forgive me.
It's okay.
I'm sitting on some wood, guys. Not the sticky kind, but the pointy kind. I mean, the flat kind.
But I also saw, oh geez, what was their name? The Killers. I saw the Killers.
Saw the Killers?
I saw the Killers live
Oh, shit, okay.
at the Hard Rock in Orlando.
That's cool as fuck.
And I'll be honest with you, people are gonna probably crucify me for this. The best concert I ever went to. It was so much fun. It was so cool, and it was nice to kind of get away from chaos, as metal concerts tend to be. It was nice to sit there and just
all the drunken rage.
just kind of just bob your head and have fun with some nostalgic songs like freaking Mr. Brightside.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm Mr. Brightside.
And that was a lot of fun.
I will say this: if we're talking about non-metal shows, one of my favorite one of my all-time favorite shows that I've ever been to, and also, I like you said, feeling like you're gonna get crucified. one of my favorite mosh pits I've ever been in was at this show. And it was at 97X Next Big Thing before it became to their like backyard barbecue.
Yeah.
It was way before that. It was like their like Next Big Thing festival. And it was a whole bunch of cool bands came out, but it was Alt J, Weezer, Dirty Heads, Fall Out Boy, Rising Suns, and like a whole bunch of like.
How do you mosh pit at that at that con?
I know it's like super heavy
If you
stoner.
want to destroy my
a
sweater.
Believe it or not, I moshed at Fall Out Boy.
Really
I moshed to Fall Out Boy.
interesting.
And the song was Immortals. Immortals, bro. I moshed that shit, and it was like an old school like slam dance, like old school, like everyone was locked in and just boom, 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 and it was everyone. It was fucking lit. It was cool. Good show.
I love that. So, Midget Madness, I hope that answers your question for you. We got a guy that spammed us with a couple of questions.
Oh shit.
This one goes out to Donovan H5 Bass. Shout out to
Mr.
Donnie.
5 Bass, Donatello.
He actually, this is actually a friend of mine, and he spammed a bunch of stupid questions, so I'm gonna ignore those.
Oh,
But
okay.
he actually did some legit questions.
Okay.
One, have y'all ever done a video about 60s rock? We've mentioned it a bunch of times about kind of how influential a lot of 60s bands are, especially like the Beatles.
Yeah.
How
Beatles, Elvis.
how they've opened up what we know as music today, and they've been inspirations for a lot of bands that we listen to. Rock, non-rock, metal, non-metal.
Yeah.
You know, almost everybody. I don't want to, categorize, but a lot of people say, "Oh, my inspiration for the Beatles. I grew up on Elvis." Stuff like that.
But believe it or not, there's a whole lot of music that came out in the 60s that a lot of people don't know because it just kind of fell in the rug because, it just wasn't that popular anymore.
It wasn't as big, yeah.
But it was super influential. Like, that's crazy, and we've talked about it, but I'm thinking about it. I don't think we've actually ever sat down and like talked about it.
Talked about 60s.
We've always grazed over it.
Yeah.
We never actually. I think the furthest back we go was like late 70s.
Yeah.
If that.
I think you're probably right. So, we could probably see one of those in the future.
Yeah.
Breakdown of 60s rock.
I'm about
and the influences of that they have developed today.
Yeah, thank you, Danny.
Old Donnie.
That's a Danny,
Danny. Whatever your freaking name is. I don't care.
Yeah. Fuck you, kid.
He also asked another question. I think I can answer this one. What is the theme song? The song in the intro.
Do it. There's no explanation. Just do it, Dom. Do it. Ready? I'm going to give you the drum beat. Ready? Yeah!
That is the intro. It is literally it's two different songs that I looked up, and if you look in the end credits, I always credit the artist. The first one for the longest time, and I think it still is now. I borrowed from a guy named Yeti Turds.
Yeti Turds.
Yes, and the title of it is Brutal Slamming Death Metal. And so
something like that, right?
Yeah, I just took a snippet of it that kind of had like a little bit of a breakdown, and I just added just a guttural over it. And so, in that little
that's brutal.
That ting that you hear in the beginning, I just took a simple soundbite of a China cymbal and just ting ting ting.
It's good.
Ting, and just basically just pieces them all together. There is another one that we have used that I don't think we use anymore. I think we went back to the original one.
Yeah.
But it was from our follower Zed Shreds. So hey, go follow Zed Shreds. I pretty much did the exact same thing. I found a piece where it had a bit of a breakdown and just put a vocal over it. And our outro, for the longest time, we just did bits of metal songs that we enjoyed.
Yeah.
There was one point where we tried to do like a breakdown of the week, but we kind of just it didn't really work out that well.
Yeah.
So
It was a
then,
cool thought.
it was a cool thought. So then we just started using Jared Dines. He released this entire basically MP4 file. He says you guys can use these instrumentals on whatever you want. They are yours. Take them, track them, do whatever you want with them. And so I did just that. I made one of his tracks our outro, and I even credit him in the outro as well. So that is the intro and outro. It's not an actual song. It's just me doing a guttural over some music instrumental sent to us.
So hopefully that was able to answer his question.
I feel like I was able to answer this
You
question.
filthy fucking animal.
He also asked one more time.
Oh, another one.
Like
Stop
I said,
raising your hand, you
like
fucking
I said,
kid.
he spammed us. What's y'all's favorite band collectively, together?
Oh, we have to agree on an all-time favorite band between the both of us?
Like that's a tough one.
That's hard.
I know bands that we like. I know we both really like Slaughter Prevail.
Yes.
Both really like Chelsea's Grin.
Yeah.
Spite.
Yes.
But
But
I don't know if we have one
I
band.
know you love Whitechapel.
Yeah.
But I love Spite.
You know, so I don't want to hear it. And like you're probably partial to Whitechapel. You're like, yeah, I like them. I'll listen to them, but I'm not gonna go fully seek them out.
Yeah.
Which
but I
I'm-
feel like the same way with you and Spite.
Yeah, I like them. If they're on them, I'll freaking bang to it.
But you're not going to listen to them religiously.
No.
You're not going to follow each
And that's
individual
okay,
band
though.
member
That's
on
okay,
social media.
though.
Yeah.
You know, that's fine. So I don't know if collectively we have a favorite. We have a lot that we like.
I know what we have collectively as a favorite.
What's our favorite?
Hunt the Dinosaur. Yes.
I'll go ahead and say yes.
Yes.
Hunter Madison is just a wicked weird dude,
Exactly.
and he became a dad. He
Congratulations.
recently-
Are you going to abort it?
Anyway,
I'm just kidding. That's probably offensive.
favorite band individually, easy, Whitechapel.
You should just bleep that out. Bleep!
No.
No.
Favorite band individually, of course, Whitechapel.
Whitechapel.
Spite.
It's torn between Spite and Chelsea's Grin, but they're
That's
pretty
fair.
much the same fucking thing.
I get you.
I'm going to say that.
Question. Okay, how about this? Chelsea's Grin, pre-Tom Barber or post-Tom Barber? Ooh.
That's good. All right. So I've been a huge fan of post Tom.
Yeah.
All right. And fucking what's his name? You always call him Bart, but his name is not Bart Simpson.
Oh, Marge Simpson. They called him Marge Simpson.
Marge Simpson. But it's not Marge. What's his fucking name? I want to say it's like something Adam? No. I don't know. Whatever the fuck his name is. I've been a huge fan of him. Big old gauges.
Alex Kohler?
Yes. Okay, I knew it was something with an A. Yeah, he started a solo project called Grudges. And Grudges is good. It's all right. It's weird. It's electronic, but I fuck with it. But I've been a huge fan of him. Huge fan of him. But when Tom came, I was skeptical, and I was blown away, man. He has taken Chelsea's Grin and just brought them up. He is just such a good energy, good soul, good presence.
Even on the stage, like
He's great. He's just a good. Even off the stage, he's such a good guy. He gave me a fucking hug
he did. You're like, dude, I love you. He like leaned off
and
the stage.
leaned off the stage and embraced me warmly with his sweaty, long, smelly, gauged hair.
And I sucked on his ear and I liked it.
I would have fucked his ears holes. I'll shove my dick through your cock hole.
And actually, it also has your favorite, I think, person of all time in that band is Pablo. Would you have like 3 collective photos with him?
Yes. I have 3 collective photos
And
with him.
each photo, you're both doing the exact same thing in
Yeah.
each photo. Yeah.
Every time, tongue sticking out, same position.
Somebody has their
everything.
tongue out. You know.
And I have signed drumsticks from Pablo. I have a signed poster from Pablo, and I actually ended up ordering a small little memento of like their Desolation of Eden, like album, like not album, but it was more or less like a little card,
Yeah.
like a laminated card that was pre-signed. Like they didn't. It was printed with the signatures on it, if you know what I mean.
Okay,
So it was
yeah.
signed, but it wasn't like
It was,
person. Let me sign it.
It was for mass production.
Yeah, for mass production.
That's
but,
still pretty
but
cool.
signed with all the original people
Yeah.
on there, with Alex on there. So it was cool.
That is pretty neat.
I wish I could get Tom to sign it. Then it would be like
You if you take it to a next show,
sure they
because I have a weird talent of being able to meet any
people.
person
You sure
ever.
fucking do. You sure fucking do, man.
And then our boy Ilfunk, which is I believe the bassist for our boys over at Greystone. So he says, what are some new bands you guys...
Sorry, I wanted a beer, and I summoned a beer fairy to go summon me a beer. Beer! So, someone from Greystone.
Yeah. Which
Okay.
they actually have some merch coming
I
out.
love those
And
guys.
I told them,
miss those
let me
guys.
know. I wanna buy some. Let's freaking get
I
some.
want to buy some.
I would like to buy some. So they told me the
Greystone.
second they have it going, they're gonna get
see
it.
a beer fairy.
Do you see a beer fairy? A beer.
It's a floating beer. Come hither, beer.
Beer.
Thank you.
Oh God! Don't let that drop. There's
Sponsors.
carpet. What are some new bands you guys are listening to? Some bands.
Italy Chopper. I'm just kidding.
I actually mentioned some of the bands I'm listening to right now. Freaking Worm Shepherd.
Yeah.
Brand of Sacrifice. Even though they're not new, I started listening to them
I've
more
been having
religiously.
a weird old school, like an oldies kick.
Grave Walker. Stuff like that.
I've been having a real weird oldies kick.
Well, who you been listening to?
A lot of well, I've been torn between like it's been like super like hardcore like hardcore and like 2012 screamo like
Right.
Asking Alexandria, old school Bring the Horizon, Color Morale,
Right.
like things along that lines, even to the points of like Chiodos, and like
Dang man, you're
and-
taking it back right there.
yeah, and like but then I'd be listening to like fucking Prison, fucking Spite, Knock Loose, Code Orange, which I've been actually giving them a shot,
Yeah.
and I like them. I do. There's a few other bands that have been coming on my playlist that I actually never actually really listened to. They're kind of new to me.
Yeah.
I just wish I was more prepared and wrote it down, because they would have been a new blood for me. At least, maybe not for you, but I'm not sure. But I don't want to look it up now. Next time,
I
guys.
get you. Next time, we got it. Don't worry about it.
Do I hear the Souls of the Darkness in the midst?
Yes, Dark Soul is being played over there.
Dark Souls is the Souls of the Darkness, the void.
That's really it for all the questions right now. Just a few, just a couple, short, sweet, simple.
Well, thank you guys. I love you.
I actually really enjoy doing that. I
do
love
too.
having questions. I love answering questions. So if you guys have any more, we'll definitely do that again. Jeez, it sounds like you're an alcoholic over there. Clink, clink, clink. Oh God.
Hey.
Sorry. You can just put those in the back. Sorry.
I got you. I'm not an alcoholic, I promise.
But we have one thing I think we're gonna close on that we talked about, or we kind of hinted in our last show.
episode, yeah.
It was the beef between Jared Dines and the band TRAPT, or more the lead singer of TRAPT.
Yeah.
Which, to kind of give a background, TRAPT was I guess you can say like a rock punk
Rock
kind of
band.
rock band back in the early 2000s. They did the song Headstrong.
Back off, I'll take you on. Headstrong, take on anyone. I know that you are wrong. This is not where you belong.
Yes, so
Some shit like that.
exactly like that. And so that was probably the only song that they ever did that was
Good.
decent. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Oh, didn't they do that one? It's like, no, that's Finger 11. Never mind.
Paralyzer,
Yeah.
it's a good song. But then out of nowhere they came back and they did an acoustic version.
I like how you knew the song.
Yeah. That's the only Finger 11 song ever. Like,
Yeah.
apparently Finger 11 had like a bunch of albums. They had like 7 albums.
Bullshit. They only had one song.
Swear to you, they had 7 albums.
No, they only had
One song that
Made
like
it.
one hit wonder. But they started out in the 90s. Yeah, a little fun fact for you.
Fun fact.
But
Band that went
then
nowhere. I'm so
Headstrong,
sorry,
I mean not Headstrong, damn it, Trapped came back.
guys.
And they covered a Nirvana song. I can't remember which one it is on the top of my head, but the lead singer absolutely butchered it. It was trash. Yeah, like he tried to hit some. You're not too far off.
I think is that was the song that they covered, right? It was Lithium.
I don't know if it was Lithium. I think it might have been. It Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Oh,
It might have been, but he was basically like. I'm swear to you, I'm not even exaggerating. And so, people started destroying him, and then
Rightfully so.
Jared Dines did a reaction video to it, and he's like, "Oh my god!" He's just talking about how just insane this is, how it just horrible this is, and then people started going after the TRAPT guy on Instagram. I mean, Twitter, and then he just completely started just bashing these people, being rude, being like borderline racist to some
Really?
people.
Oh shit!
And just being an absolute all-out
It's
dick.
never good to be racist, guys.
And then
It's 2021.
Jared Dines
We
called
don't
him
see
out on
color.
that, and then they started going after Jared Dines, and they just started cracking on him, and Jared Dines basically like, yeah, who are you guys? Like,
Yeah.
really, you had one decent song back in like 04, and then you want to come on and start attacking your fans. And I think they were celebrating too because they put out a new album and it got like, only, I don't know, maybe like only a few thousand copies sold, and they were celebrating. And Jared Dines was like, "You're really celebrating because you sold 1,000 some copies? Get the hell out of here!" Like, they were just going back and forth,
They should bankrupt. They should file for bankruptcy.
But that's really all the beef there is between it. But
Yeah.
it blew up a couple. I want to say in 2020, and people just started going with it, and and they loved it. But
Thank you.
that was the
It's
only
bothering me.
that was the only exciting thing that really happened with that one. Not too much on it, but I think it's done. I think it's squashed. I think they're over with it. They just
Maybe
They just
until
left it
it
go.
until
Until it
someone tries to
surfaces
clap
again.
back.
so but that's really all about the Jared Dines beef. It's done. It's over with.
But surprising, Dom didn't know this, but I had something planned for everything, and the camera closed again. But I had something planned, and it would involve the camera, but now it's closed. I was gonna say Ink Pit. Dom got a new tattoo, guys. I don't know if any of y'all fucking noticed, but
I'll put a photo or
please
something
do that.
on here.
Ink Pit,
So
Dom,
yeah, I got a new
tattoo.
piece.
You got two.
I
Y'all
do
need
have
to
two.
see it. Y'all check those.
They're on Instagram too, and also the links to the artists are on Instagram. I know the links to the artists are on Instagram. Enchantress Tattoos and also Rachel White. Check them both out.
They're great.
I'll put their links down below. But yeah, if you hear Zach talking about a camera, before we head out, I'll tell you what's going on and why this is probably going to be
Give them some insight.
only in audio. So I bought a new camera, try to make it a better quality for us to record because we just been recording off a webcam, my internal webcam. So I got a new camera, and I went to go hit record on it, and it was recording fine. Come to find out, it only records a certain amount of time. It only records a few minutes, which we did not realize. So midway through our conversation, it closed up on us,
And we lost our visuals.
and we lost majority of
our visuals.
the visuals. So this is gonna probably just go back to old school, but just this once.
Just this
That's
one episode.
okay.
You guys don't need to see our ugly mugs.
You know what we look
know?
like.
Yeah, exactly.
fine. Don't worry about it.
Exactly.
Don't worry about it.
Fuck.
I'm still ugly.
I'm still ugly.
So
and
we're
we're
good.
proud.
Ugly and proud.
I'm ugly and proud.
Is that what they're calling it?
Yeah.
But I think with that, we went long and hard and deep.
Oh, yeah.
So
Spit in my mouth and call me a slut.
so I think we're gonna call it there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us.
It's been real.
It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun.
And as always,
I'm Dominic Guard.
I'm Zach Hart.
Follow us on. We almost forgot this.
Instagram.
Instagram at the Metal Hour _ podcast.
Email.
The Metal Hour 1 at gmail.com.
Facebook.
The Metal Hour.
And personal social security number.
Anyway, so and also I don't personally have an Instagram, but guys, go follow Zach too over at Volt Sound.
VOLTSOUND.
Volt Sound. You'll find him on every single post of the Metal Hour. So just click on that.
Yeah, just click the likes and you'll see my ugly mug.
It's him shirtless in a purple bathroom. So
Yeah.
but thank you guys.
I have the Big Ben behind me painted.
You do have Big Ben behind you painted. But thank you guys so much for checking us out.
And as always,
For the second time, stay metal out there.
stay metal.
Peace.